Okay, Coach Lloyd has joined us, and the players are be here shortly. Coach, when you're comfortable, if you just start us off with some general comments about the game.
Yeah, well, thank goodness we got off to a good start because there were stretches of that game I didn't think we played very well. But, hey, the objective in these tournaments is to get to the next one, and, that's mission accomplished today. And obviously we know tomorrow is going to be a tough battle with, an Iowa State team playing in their backyard, but we look forward to it.
Okay, we've got Braden Burries and Mo Kribos joining Coach Lloyd. When you got a question, please raise your hand. Give us your name and your affiliation. Here on the fourth row on the left.
Coach Pete Mundo, Heartland College Sports. Lots being made of the court. This was your first time on this glass court. What did you think of it, and what was your takeaway from playing on that court with the guys?
Well, I mean, I didn't play, I coached. And so I was on fine footing. You can ask these guys. I mean, they'll be able to give you a better answer about that. But for me, I mean, listen, we'll play on asphalt. We'll play on asphalt with double rims. I mean, we're fine with that. And, I mean, if the other team has to deal with it, then we'll deal with it as well. But I'll let the powers be, make those higher up decisions.
Got one on the TV platform in the back.
Philip Level, KOLD 13. For Coach, Iowa State's been playing really well, and they're going to have a lot of fans here tomorrow. How do you guys disrupt the rhythm and kind of get them out of sync?
Well, we played them a week ago or so, or 10 days ago. So, I mean, obviously we'll look back at that and try to figure out what worked and what didn't work and see if there's any adjustments we can make. But, I mean, we have a lot of respect for Iowa State and their program, and I have a lot of respect for TJ and the job he's doing, and I have a lot of respect for their players. And like I said, we're looking forward to the challenge. We're looking forward to the opportunity.
Got one on the left over here on the third row. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Tommy, Bruce Pascoe, Tucson.com. But you were talking about human nature the last week in Colorado. Was that a little bit of it tonight where you have 27-point lead early and just maybe tough to keep going like that?
I mean, I don't know, maybe. I really challenged our guys. Sometimes in these tournaments, you get in them, and I've been fortunate enough to, coach in enough NCAA tournaments and conference tournaments that, these early round games, it can be kind of a sterile environment, unless you're playing in your backyard and you have your entire fan base there. I think our fans all waited to buy tickets. They all assume we're going to San Diego, and so they're making a lot of assumptions now, and I think they saved all their money, and they're going there because it just didn't feel like we had a great presence in the arena today. So, you know what? Then it needs to become all about us. We need to internalize, and kind of band together and become a stronger unit, and we need to create energy for each other and draw energy off each other. I mean, in those situations. So I think it's a great lesson learned for our guys. Now listen, I'm going to give them credit for getting the lead and getting off to that great start. That was good, but yeah, it just felt like we had a little bit of a letdown, and I'm sure UCF's urgency they played with had a little bit to do with that.
Let's stay on the left side about midway back.
Matthew Postons, Heartland College Sports. To the question earlier for the players, what was it like playing on the floor today? Is there any sort of correlation to a hardwood floor, or is it just that different?
It's a little different, but no big differences. I think it's a good way to entertain the fans in the arena and on the TV, so all thumbs up.
Yeah. I think it's like you just gotta get used to it real quick. It's like the first 5 minutes, or when you're warming up, just get used to it. But other than that, it was pretty good. And then only thing I didn't like was if you're shooting a free throw and you're on the other side, the white LED lights just get in your eyes a little bit. But ain't no big deal, really.
Got one on the right here, about 4 rows back.
PJ Green, Kansas City Star. Just for anyone who wants to answer, I mean, they came out with urgency, but y'all kind of got back real quick and got to such a big lead in the first half. Was starting fast, was that part of the message to the players also?
I mean, it wasn't part of the messaging. A lot of times I tell the guys, let's get a feel for the game and kind of, hang in there and then try to figure out what works and see if we can build, to some runs, later in the half or early in the second half. And, but, hey, we came out and, they had played the night before and, maybe it took them a little bit to kind of get the lactic acid out a little bit, and our guys were able to take advantage of that and build an early lead. And I'm never going to shy away from building an early lead because, to me, obviously it gives you a buffer to absorb some of these late game runs, and it doesn't always feel good. But definitely, when teams are chipping away at your lead, but it's nice to have that lead and be able to have that margin for error, down the stretch.
Let's go over here on the left.
Coach, you mentioned that maybe your fan base didn't show up today like you expected. Iowa State fans tomorrow night going to obviously be out in full force.
Yeah.
This tournament, do you want to see it moved around and get a better setup for your fan base?
I mean, listen, you guys are asking a lot of questions here. I want to talk about the ball game. 100%. Would I want this in Vegas? Yeah, 100% I will. But, you know what? I didn't ask to be in the Big 12. We got put in the Big 12. I didn't have any input on it, but I love being in the Big 12. So if they tell me we're playing in Kansas City, we're loading up the plane and going to Kansas City. We're not going to sit there and overthink it. And you guys can do all that stuff, or you can have another coach give you opinions on what he would want. I just want to get on the floor and try to kick ass and play 40 minutes. That's it.
We got more questions? Over here on the right.
I mean, speaking of Big 12, but not about anything else, but just, I mean, this is y'all's second year in the tournament. Just how have you enjoyed, not enjoyed, but how have you just, seen the Big 12 tournament just coming from, Pac-12 and other tournaments you've been in?
Well, I mean, you got to understand, the Pac-12 tournament was in Las Vegas. So it was McHale North. So we were Iowa State. We were Kansas. So, it obviously feels really different for us now. But listen, it's what we signed up for. So there's no complaints. I mean, I'm not going to be bitter towards Iowa State fans or Kansas fans who are coming and supporting their team. I mean, it's not an easy haul to get from Tucson to Kansas City. So, we have an amazing fan base. Looks like the tournament's going to be here for a while. So I think we better figure out how to win in Kansas City. I mean, that's where my mind's at.
I mean more so on the competitiveness of the tournament, not just being in the conference.
Well, I mean, it's a monster. It's a monster. I mean, we've been in it 2 years. Every game's tough. You see UCF coming out today. I think, what are they, the 8 seed? And they're a really good team that's going to be in the NCAA tournament. Like, there's no easy games. And, the other team always has a lot of talent and is well coached. And we understand that. We understand that. We respect it. And we enjoy the competition and love the opportunities.
Any other questions? Okay, Coach. Thank you.
Job, Mo.
Good luck to you.